Sai Ram one and all. The lesson, the concert written by Shanta Rameshwar Rao. Smita read out the newspaper. She could not control her feeling. Correct? Then mother asked her to keep quiet. Why? Because Anant needs rest. Correct? He was suffering from something. What is that? Cancer. Correct? He was suffering from cancer. Then, see the question. What was the frightening truth? The frightening truth was that Anant was going to die. This was the frightening truth. Now, how can you say that Anant, a talented boy, when he was 15, when he was only 15? Correct? What is answer? Very important question. Easy question. Yeah, Anant, when he was only 15, he was the fastest runner. Correct? He was the best table tennis player. Then he could play sitar better than his sister. He could compose his own tune, which astonished the Guru. These are the 4 points you should remember. Next, they went to Bombay. Why? For his treatment. Expecting good treatment in the hospital of Bombay. Whom did the family stay with when they went to Bombay? With whom? With the Aunt Sushila. Correct? Then they had come to Bombay with the high hopes. What hope did they have? They had the hope that Anant could be cured at the hospital. They hoped that he would take part in the forthcoming table tennis tournament. He would become a great sitarist one day in future. Correct? Yeah, these are the hopes. Modern science would play miracles on whom? Anant. But what was the result? The result was just opposite. Doctors felt that they couldn't cure. It was an incurable disease. What did they ask? Now the extract question C. Take him home. Give him the things he likes. Indulge him. These are the words of the doctors. Who said this? The doctors at the cancer hospital said this. To whom was it said? It was said to the family members of Anant. Correct? Why did they say so? Because they could not cure Anant's disease. What was the disease? Cancer. They lost hope. So they said so. Am I right? Now, when you are better, this is not the last time they are going to play. Extra question. Who said this? Mother said this. To whom was it said? It was said to Anant. When did she say so? When? Yeah, correct. When Anant said, I must hear him and see him. It is a chance of lifetime. Then she said so. ಅವಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ ಹಾಗೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಇದು ಕೊನೆಯ ಅವಕಾಶ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. Now come to the next part, 7th paragraph, page number 88. See, I'll read. Smita stood at the window looking at the traffic. Her eyes filled with the tears. Her mother whispered, but you, Smita, you must go. Your father will take you. When she was alone with Aunt Sushila, Smita cried out in a choked voice, no, how can I? We have always done things together, Anant and I. A walk in the park might make you feel better, said Aunt Sushila, and Smita was grateful for her suggestion. Smita felt very sad, seeing the condition of her brother and mother. Mother was trying to console him, but he was obstinate. He stuck on to his words. He is not ready to change his mind. This made her sad. Who was responsible for this behavior of Anant? Smita. So what did she do? Smita stood at the window looking at the traffic sadly. She could not control her feeling. Was she enjoying the traffic scene of the traffic? No. Pent up energy, stored energy is there. Looking at the traffic, she was looking at the traffic. Her eyes filled with the tears. ಕಣ್ಣೀರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು. ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಚ್ಚುವಾಗ ಹನಿ ಬಿತ್ತು ಕೆಳಗೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ದುಃಖದಿಂದ, ಬೇಸರದಿಂದ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂತ. her mother whispered. So mother recognized her, came to her side. Her mother whispered. Whisper means to speak in a low voice. She spoke in a low voice. What? Remember the word whisper? You know, finite and non-finite. Finite verb and non-finite. What is a finite verb? Finite verb is a verb which tells the tense, which gives the tense. So whisper is a past tense. It gives a tense. So it is a finite verb. What is infinite? Non-finite? Non-finite means a verb which does not tell the tense. That is non-finite. A verb has 5 forms. Correct? Give or gives, present tense. Gave, past tense. Given, past participle. Giving, present participle. To give, infinitive. These are the 5 forms of verb. Remember, give or gives is a finite verb. Why? Because it is a present tense. It gives the tense, so it is a finite verb. Finite. Remember, gave, past tense. I gave the pen. Correct? So it is also finite verb. So present tense finite, past tense finite. Then given, past participle. So it is non-finite. Non-finite. It doesn't give the tense. It needs a helping verb to tell the tense. So it is non-finite. Remember. Now this one, it is also non-finite. It doesn't give the tense. It needs a helping verb. I am giving. He is giving. So giving is non-finite. This one is also, it is also non-finite verb. It doesn't give the tense. It is called infinitive. Infinitive. So past participle, present participle and infinitive, they do not give the tense, so they are called non-finite. The verb which doesn't give the tense of the sentence is called non-finite. So what is a finite? The verb which gives the tense of the, which tells the tense of the sentence is called finite verb. Correct? So whisper is a verb, present tense, it is a finite tense. Whispered is a verb, past tense, it gives the past tense, so it is finite verb. Remember. Now, whispered, what did she whisper? But you, Smita, you must go. You, Smita, you must go. You had to go. Mother told Smita, you must go. How to change it to indirect speech? Mother told, you can retain told, Smita, statement, so that is the conjunction. You means Smita, so it becomes she. Must becomes had to. Must becomes had to. Go remains same. She had to go. Smita mother told Smita that she had to go. You means you becomes she pronoun, must becomes had to, go remains same. She had to go. Your father, her father, indirect, her father will take you becomes would take her. Her father would take her to the concert. She had to go. Now, when she was alone with Aunt Sushila, she means Smita was alone with Aunt Sushila. Smita cried out. What is cry out? Cry out means to shout in a loud voice due to pain or so to shout in a loud voice due to pain or happiness. She cried out or unhappiness. That's also correct. Unhappiness. She cried out in a choked voice. What is choked voice? Voice filled with sadness. She sadly, the voice indicated her mentality means sadness. She sadly cried out. What did she say? No. How can I? No. How she could go leaving Anant at home? Why? Because they had always done things together, Anant and I. Always, they both, Anant and Smita, did everything together. Now, mother permitted me to go to the concert. How can I go? Is it possible for me to go to the concert and listen and enjoy the concert? No. Why? Because he is at home. I cannot go. ನನಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೇಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಹೋಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ? Then Aunt Sushila suggested a measure. A walk in the park might make you feel better. Now she is upset. Now she is worrying. Now she is tensed. Something worried her. So she had to relieve what? The pent up stored energy. Otherwise it will affect her mind. So what is the suggestion given by Aunt Sushila? A walk in the park. Walk, here it is a noun. Nadige. Correct? If it is a verb, walk in the park. You walk in the park. A walk in the park, it is a noun. You walk in the park, it is a verb. Correct? So a walk on the nadige in the park might make you feel better. So you should feel better. You should relieve your stored energy, said Aunt Sushila, and Smita took this opportunity. She took the suggestion in the right manner. Smita was grateful. Opposite, ungrateful. Grateful. Opposite, ungrateful. Grateful means thankful. She was thankful. She thanked whom? For her suggestion. Thanked whom? She was grateful for the suggestion. Who gave the suggestion? That is, Aunt Sushila gave the suggestion. In the park, she is ready to go to the park. In the park, people were walking. People were enjoying. Were walking. People were walking in the park. So, walking is the present participle form. Where is the helping verb? So, here the helping verb tells the tense. So, walking is non-finite. Where is finite. Why? The word where, the verb where tells the tense. So, it is a finite verb. Correct? So, be form of the verb. Am is finite. Is finite. Are finite. Was finite. Were finite. These are the finite verbs. Why? Because they tell the tense. In the park, the people were walking. The people were running. The people were playing ball. The people were doing yogic exercises. Yoga exercises. Yogic exercises. Feeding the duck. Feed present. Fed past. Fed past participle. They were feeding what? The ducks. And eating roasted, ಬೇಯಿಸಿದಂತಹ ಹುರಿದಂತಹ ಯಾವುದು? Gram. Roasted gram means they are enjoying. Gram means ಕಡಲೆ. And peanuts. ನೆಲಗಡಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಿಂತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Why did she go there? Smita go there? She went there to enjoy. Correct? To feel better. To make her feel comfortable. To forget about the incident. Smita felt alone in their midst. Smita felt alone. Frame a question to get the underlined word as answer. Alone, how? Correct? Alone gets the word how. So, how? Next, felt means did, feel. Did, feel, make. Now, helping verb should come here. How did. Next comes the subject. How did Smita. Next, did is there, past tense. So, feel. How did Smita feel in the what? Midst, in their midst. Smita felt. So, find out whether the word, verb felt is finite or non-finite. Tell me, this one finite. Why? Because this one tells the tense. Am I right? This one tells the tense. Which tense? Past tense. It doesn't need any other helping verb to tell the tense. So it is finite verb. So how did Smita feel is the answer. Midst means what? M-I-D-S-T means center. Middle. In the middle of. Amid. These are the different words. In their midst, in the middle of those people who are enjoying, she felt alone. She couldn't enjoy the time. She was lost in her thoughts. What was the thought about? About his word. I must see him. I must hear him. It's a chance of lifetime. So she remained. She was lost in her thoughts about her brother Anant. Suddenly, when she was alone, suddenly, a daring thought. What kind of thought? Daring thought. Thought is a noun. Daring is adjective. What kind of thought? Daring thought, brave thought, courageous thought came to her, and as she hurried home, hurry means hurried home, rushed towards home. When he was walking towards home, she said to herself, the thought, remember what was the thought? Said to herself, why not? There is no harm in trying it. Correct? Try and try. Remember that word. Why not? There is no harm in trying it. Who said this? Smita said to herself. When did she say so? When she was hurrying home from the park. What does it means? The thought she had when she was in the park. What was the thought? Next we will see. There is no, ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ನೋಡುವ ಅಂತಾಯ್ತು. ವೈ ನಾಟ್, ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್, ಏನು ಅವಳ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಬಂತು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ನೈಸ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಟು ದ ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ಟ್, ಶಿ ಸೆಡ್. ಇಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ನೈಸ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಟು ದ ಕಾನ್ಸರ್ಟ್. ಹೋಗೋದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಇಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ನೈಸ್. ಇನ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್, ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಪಾರ್ಕ್, ಶಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ another thought. What was that? She is not ready to go to the concert, leaving her brother at home. But now, after the visit, she is ready to go to the, I don't know when we will get another opportunity. So she is ready to grab the opportunity. She is ready to make the best use of available opportunity. ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ತಪ್ಪಿಸೋದು ಬೇಡ, ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. To hear Pandit Ravi Shankar, I think it is the last time. I don't know when I will get another opportunity to see and hear Pandit Ravi Shankar. So I should make the best use of this available opportunity. She decided. She said to her mother later, opposite earlier, later, and her father agreed to get the tickets. Now she is ready. Father is ready to take her to the concert. Now, that day, the next day, where are they? They are in the place. Come to next. The next day, as Smita and her father were leaving for the concert, next morning, next day, they are ready to leave for the concert. Her brother smiled. Where was her brother? He was lying on the bed. He couldn't get up. He couldn't go to the concert. They are going to the concert, leaving him. Her brother smiled and said, lying on the bed, he smiled at father and Smita. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಅವನಿಗೆ, ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತ. Enjoy yourself, he said. Enjoy yourself. Who said? Anant said. To whom was it said? Smita. Who is yourself? Smita. What should they enjoy? What could they enjoy? The concert of Pandit Ravi Shankar. Enjoy yourself. Leaving me alone. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನೊಬ್ಬನು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. Though the words came out in a painful gasp. What is a gasp? To catch one's breath with the open mouth, owing to pain or surprise or astonishment. ನೋವಾಯ್ತು ಅವನಿಗೆ, ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ನೋವಿದೆ, ಬೇಸರ ಇದೆ, ಪೇಯ್ನ್ ಇದೆ. Painful gasp. What did he say? Lucky you. You are very lucky. I am unlucky. I am lying here. I couldn't go. I am not in a position to go to the concert. Lucky you. You are lucky. I am unlucky. ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಲಕ್ಕಿ ಯು, ಎಂಥ ಅದೃಷ್ಟವಂತ ನೀನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್, ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ನೌ ದೇ ಆರ್ ದ ಎಟ್ ಷಣ್ಮುಖಾನಂದ ಆಡಿಟೋರಿಯಂ, ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಸೈಡ್ her father in the gallery. Now where are they? They are at the auditorium. Sitting, she was sitting beside. See the difference between, I told you, beside and besides. Beside means by the side of her father. In the gallery, Smita heard how, as in a dream, what? The thundering welcome the audience gave the great art master. It's an audience. Audience means the assembled spectators or listeners at a public event. Audience. So the audience gave what kind of welcome? A thundering welcome. Thundering means loud. Loud welcome. Thundering welcome. Who is the master? Pandit Ravi Shankar. Then the first notes, so they started their program. Then the first notes. Notes means single sound in music. It's given there. Shruti ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Then the first notes came over the air and Smita felt how, as if the gates of enchantment and wonder were opening. Enchantment means mantrikate, use of magic power. She was captivated. The program, the first music, the sound attracted her. Wonder were opening. How did she feel? Spellbound. Spellbound means fascinated by something, attracted. Fascinated. ಮಂತ್ರಮುಗ್ಧ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಮಾತಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೆಸ್ಮರೈಸ್, ಮಾತಿಲ್ಲ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ ಬೌಂಡ್. ಶಿ ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ದ ಅನ್ಫೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್. ಫೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮಡ್ಚು, ಅನ್ಫೋಲ್ಡ್, ಓಪನ್ ಔಟ್, ಅನ್ಫೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್. ರಾಗಾಸ್, ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್. The slow plaintive notes. Plaintive means slow voice that is expressing sorrow. Literal meaning. Plaintive notes. The fast twinkling ones. ವೇಗವಾಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಸ್ವರ. But all the while means at the same time while listening to the music, what happens? The plan she had decided on the evening before remained firmly in her mind. She could not enjoy the concert. Why? Because she had planned what? Something that remained. that reminded her, that remained firmly in her mind. She was thinking about the plan. What was the plan? Next, see. The chance of lifetime. The chance of lifetime. She heard Anand's voice in every beat of the tabla. So, the tabla player beats the tabla, and every beat produces the word of Anant, that is the chance of lifetime. ಅವನ ಒಂದು ಹೊಡೆತ, ಒಂದು ಶಬ್ದಕ್ಕೆ, ತಬಲದ ಹೊಡೆತಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ತಬಲದ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಕೇಳುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವಳಿಗೆ, ಮತ್ಯಾವುದು ಕೇಳ್ತದೆ? ಇವನ ಶಬ್ದ ಯಾವುದದು? ದ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್, ದ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್, ದ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಅದೇ ನೆನಪಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಅವನ ಆಸೆಯನ್ನು ಪೂರೈಸಬೇಕು. She had to fulfill the desire of whom? Her brother. That is why she couldn't enjoy the music because of his word. ಏನಾಯಿತು? The concert came to an end. ಮುಗೀತು. And the audience gave the artists a standing ovation. The audience gave the artists a standing ovation. What is ovation? Meaning is given there. Enthusiastic clapping by the audience, who stand up from their seats as a sign of their appreciation. So how did the audience appreciate the work of Pandit Ravi Shankar? By standing up and clapping. They clapped. That means ovation, enthusiastic recognition, accompanied by loud applause, a reception ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. That means they felt very happy. Correct? So they respected him. They had high respect on those players. Next ಎಂತಾಯಿತು? After that, when the program ended, who came there? A large mustachioed man made a long boring speech. Then followed the presentation of bouquets. Then more applause, and the curtain came down. The people began to move towards the exit. Who came? A large mustachioed man. What is a mustache? Meese. Beard, gadda. Mustachioed, a man having a mustache. Correct? Mustachioed means a man having a mustache. What kind of mustache? Large. So a large mustachioed man, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮೀಸೆಯುಳ್ಳಂತಹ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಬಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Who was that man? Who arranged the program. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ಗೆ. Correct? The large mustachioed man arranged the program. He came. What did he do? Made what? A long, boring speech. Boring. Opposite. Interesting. Interesting prefix uninteresting. Interesting opposite boring. What kind of speech did he make? He made a long adjective. Boring adjective. Speech noun. Long speech, boring speech. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅದು ಸೂಕ್ತ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. Then followed, after his speech, the presentation of bouquets. Then followed the presentation of bouquets. Bouquets means bunch of flowers. As a token of love, they presented bouquets. Then more applause. After that, there was some more applause from the side of the audience. And finally, the curtain came down. The people began to move towards the exit. End of the program. Now she has to do something. Now it is the turn of Smita. She has to do something. What should she do? the thought. She has to carry out the plan. It is the right time. What is the plan? We will see in the next period. Okay, now I will give 2 sentences for indirect speech. Do it. One minute. One, number 2, now one more. Find out the verb, if it is infinitive or finite or non-finite. 1. So find out the underlined word, whether it is finite or non-finite. Finite or non-finite. I think you got what is finite and non-finite verb. Okay? Sai Ram.